beautiful peeps, it's Natasha coming at you with another video. So I am coming at you with my second Monday's my second Monday must-haves or misses. There we go, I got it out. So if you didn't watch my first one, the kind of whole deal is that I'm still going to do my monthly favorites. But the favorites are kind of those items where I just keep going for them, tried and true, you know, could be holy grail status, that kind of thing. Whereas these items I'm talking about, my Monday's must-haves and misses, they could be a brand new product that I'm trying for the week that I love, that, you know, I notice I keep reaching for, or something that I'm wanting to try, so I'm using quite a bit of, and I have an opinion on. That's why it's a must-have and a misses. So, and sometimes, you know, sometimes we do hauls, we do all these things, and then you never hear about anything because they don't make it to a favorites video or a get ready with me or a first impression. So, let's get to it. I have a few must-haves and a few misses. So we'll do the must-haves first. So the first must-have I've been reaching for all week is my Urban Decay Vice 4 palette. And you might be thinking you've been reaching for that during your work week. I have. It is definitely a very colorful palette, but there are some mattes and some colors that you can really play down. I'm wearing it all over that's what everything, all the eyeshadows I have on today are from this palette. I've played with some of the mattes, like this whole section here, and this is like kind of like a pearlized shimmer. I really love all the purples in here. I've even topped this brown with what's it called? Fireball. This Fireball I find isn't it's pigmented in the way where it's almost an opalescent sheen or topper. So if you put it over another color, it just gives it a really pretty difference to the color. So I'm really loving it. And the one thing I love about these Urban Decay eyeshadows, one of the things I love about these Urban Decay eyeshadows is that they wear all day long. I've mentioned before, I'm up insanely early. I'm usually up at 4 in the morning before I get my kids ready to get them to daycare and do my day and do my full work day. So my makeup usually goes on between 4:15 and 4:30. And it doesn't come off until, you know, sometime after 8 or 9 at night. So I expect quite a bit for my makeup, but I'm going to be really testing out these products and talking about the longevity and all that kind of stuff for you guys. So not so good for my makeup, but good for you guys. And I find still at the end of the day, even my lower lash line has pigmented, no smudge eyeshadow. So really impressed with this palette and the quality of the eyeshadows in it. Sticking with eyeshadow, I've been all about this Trestique eyeshadow stick in Venetian Gold. It's a beautiful all over color. If you don't want it to look like you've got a ton of makeup on, but you still want to have some, this is perfect for that. It's a beautiful gold color. This is the sample size. When you get them, when you actually purchase from Trestique, it is a bigger size. I got this from an Ipsy bag like forever ago, and it's lasted me forever. But I've used this as a base for different looks I've used, because it's really good to attach other color to it. And I've used it just all over where, the thing that's great about crayons, eyeshadow crayons, is that they go on easy. They usually stay really well, and they last a long time. So for the face, I've been loving this Essence Silky Touch blush in Autumn Peach. To look at it, you would think, wow, that would be really bright on your cheeks, but it's not. It gives you just a really nice touch of warmth, or like a glow kind of thing. So I really like that. And one thing that I've just been trying out is the NYX Pore Filler. I find, which is weird, because normally in your dry areas you don't have oversized pores, but I find in this area here where I get really dry, my pores are very large and noticeable. So not only am I dealing with dry patches and trying to cover that up and deal with that, but I also have these oversized pores that just don't look so nice. And like a lawn that area. So I got this to try it out. It is not a, I mean, you can use it as a base, but it's not as a primer. It really is like just like a paste. And you just put the tiniest little bit in and smooth it over your trouble areas, and it just kind of fills that in and really blurs the areas so it doesn't look like you have those large pores and stuff. One thing I would say is that this is filling your pores and those kind of divots and that kind of thing, so you definitely want to make sure you're exfoliating and really cleaning your face at the end of the day to make sure you get all of this out. I got all about my gray Cynthia Rowley liquid liner pen. It's got a really nice fine point to it, so I find it's really easy to get right into the upper lash line, like right into, almost in between your lashes. I definitely don't go in between each lash, but you get really tight, so it gives you that illusion of really full nice lashes if you just want to do a tight line. But it also, you can build it up and thicken your line and do a full line look. And what I like about the dark grays is it's not as obvious or as bold as a dark jet black, like for work and stuff, but it is still it gives you nice definition and volume and thickness that kind of like behind your lashes, you know what I mean? It gives that illusion. So I really like the dark gray color, and I find it lasts all day and it doesn't budge. You know, it looks great on its own, which is kind of like a base color, or as a complement to other colors as well. And that wood stove is going to drive me nuts because it's going to keep trying to kick on because it's cold outside. Baby, it's cold outside. Two of the products I've been loving, one is from Sephora, and this is also a sample size, but I definitely be purchasing more. They've got a wide range of colors in this line. It's their Oil Infusion Color and Care. So what this is, it's like kind of like a hybrid between a lip gloss, a balm, and a stain. And that is very pigmented. It goes on like a gloss, but it's an oil that hydrates and nourishes your lips. And you know how sometimes lip glosses, once you wear them, they start like wearing off or they get cakey or that kind of stuff? It doesn't do that. So you can keep reapplying this over and over and over throughout the day, and just gives your lips a really nice look to them, really nice color. Plus you're getting that kind of balm, that oil nourishment side to it. So I definitely will be purchasing more of these from Sephora because I'm all about this right now. This is going back in my purse, because otherwise I will be looking for it and get angry when I don't have it at work today. Another item I've been loving and all about is the Julep Matte Lip Mousse in Bisou. And this is really pretty. I think this is the one that's like a violet, no, maybe. It's a really nice soft dusty color. It is just, I think this would just look beautiful on anybody. And it's a matte lipstick, but it's a creamy thick mousse that's lightweight, if it makes sense. I did a whole review on the two that I got. I really like the bright color too, but for everyday wear, this one is easier for me to pull off on the regular. It's one of those lipsticks where it stays put and lasts a very long time. It doesn't ball up or start chipping or cracking or looking weird, and your lips feel hydrated when you're wearing it, which is really nice because that's not typical of most liquid lipsticks. I've been dealing with a lot of breakouts down in this area lately. Not really sure what's going on. So I've been all about my Clean and Clear Advantage Acne Treatment Spot. It's supposed to be a salicylic acid acne medication, visible results in 4 hours, won't over dry your skin. It's really good for all types of different things. Where I really notice a difference is when you start feeling those really painful kind of under the skin pimples coming up or whatever, and you put that on top of it, it really attacks it, and then that pimple never really fully emerges. You can use it for your trouble spots or anything that are visible as well. And the only thing is, if you do have broken skin anywhere and you put this on it, it's gonna burn. It's gonna burn, just so you know. And then I usually only use bio oil when I am pregnant for my belly, and no, I'm not pregnant, and no, I'm not really on my belly. I saw Emily Noel, I believe, talk about bio oil, because it was like, I think it was one of her videos where she was talking about products that Kim Kardashian uses from the drugstore, I think. And she was saying that Kim Kardashian uses this all over as a moisturizer, and I had a bunch left because my husband bought it for me like in bulk when I was pregnant, and my arms get dry and like almost like itchy dry in the winter, so I've been starting to use this on my arms, and I've been noticing a big difference. I'm not getting those itchy patches, and I don't feel like really dry or red, like overly sensitive and stuff. I've been using it as like a spot treatment body moisturizer lotion. And since I've been dyeing my hair so much and my hair has been taking a beating, I've been using the Honest Detangler. It's a leave-in conditioner. Especially on my ends and stuff, because I don't want, when you dye your hair, when you bleach it a lot, you get prone to breakage and just damage. And so I've been trying to avoid that, and my ends have been like really like matted or knotted. So I actually got this for my kids, but it worked really well for them, and it can be used on adults or children. So I spray it on my ends when they're still wet. I let it sit for a little bit, and then I brush it out, and I have a much easier time brushing through my hair. I find I have less hair in my brush after I do that, and there's less breakage, and I have a lot, like you don't feel that tug when you're going through the end of your hair. So all about that right now. I think that is it. So now I have a couple misses, and they're all like things that people talk about and rave about and love, so I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. This first one is from Sephora. Explosion of fire. The first one is from Sephora, and it's one of their sleeping masks, and I got the pomegranate one. And I hear people rave about these all the time. It's a gel, kind of, you open it up, there's multiple uses in there. It's like just like a little gel. I don't know, I didn't really find it did anything for me. I usually find with like night masks like this or sheet masks or anything like that, you kind of get instant result. Not that lasts forever, but usually when you wake up in the morning after having a night mask on, you usually notice a difference, or you see something, and I didn't see any difference with this, so I much prefer using my Julep Night Shift sleeping mask. When I wake up from using that, I find that my skin looks plump and healthy and hydrated. Another miss for me is this Nivea Sensitive Skin Aftershave Balm. Everybody and their mother's been talking about this as a primer, and for me, I've tried it. I don't really see the connection. It really doesn't work for me. For me, it doesn't really work. I've tried. I don't get it to get to that tacky area. Like I try and work it in, and it doesn't really work for me. I don't notice that it makes my, it makes my foundation apply nicely, I guess, because it's got that base, but I don't really notice that it helps it last any differently, or that I notice it wearing differently throughout the day. So for me, I much rather use a different primer that actually then I notice a difference with. And then my last miss, it's kind of like a meh, and I'll explain. It's this Loreal True Match Lumi Cushion Buildable Luminous Foundation. I'm in the color N2. So I'm kind of like unsure about this, because I like the coverage. It goes on light. You can build it up to like a medium coverage. The color is like a perfect match for me. You get a dewy, really comfortable wearing finish. Where it's a miss for me is that I find that at the end of my day, I don't have anything left on my face. Like you can't tell I was wearing foundation at all. Even when I wipe it off, like it just somehow seems to like disappear off my skin. So I don't find it's a lasting, and I'm not talking like the full like 14 or 16 hours or whatever. I'm talking like when I do check-ins after lunch, if I do touch-ups, I find that this kind of just disappears on my face somehow. And the price point In Canadian dollars, you can get this ranging anywhere between like I think $22 to $25 for half an ounce. So when I was looking on, which is really expensive for drugstore foundation, when I was looking on Sephora, so their brands look really expensive, right? Like it's $40, $50 for foundation, but you're getting usually an ounce or more in those bottles. So essentially you're paying for this, you're paying for a high-end foundation. Now I don't know if with the cushion technology and because the formula is thinner, if it stretches out longer, if it lasts longer. I just know that you're basically, what you're paying for this product is like what you're paying for a high-end foundation. So for me, I think I would much prefer using one of my sponges or something and getting one of the higher end foundations that would last me much longer, like the Born This Way or the HD 24 Hour or anyways, just a long wearing foundation. So it is a beautiful, comfortable wearing foundation. I love the application. The sponge is a bit tricky because it's really hard to clean, and so you just keep reapplying it on your face over and over and over again. So for me it's a miss, just because I'd much rather invest in a bigger bottle of a higher end foundation that's going to wear all day on me. So that is it for this video. If you have any suggestions, recommendations, or comments, please leave them below. I love to hear from you guys. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you're in the know for all my new videos. And as always, thank you so much for watching and have a fantabulous day. Okay, bye.